If you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button. Join us.
Inverse. The people who run this site have inverse penises. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You are listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 28-year veteran of the industry that used to make comic books. Now it just makes chaos on Twitter about social justice. World's most charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan. Inverse is saying today that there's going to be a difference when Mandalorian comes back. Mandalorian Season 3, right after the Book of Boba Fett, which looks intriguing. Looks like there will be some Jabba's palace intrigue, as it were. How many more times can I say intrigue in the next 4 seconds? I'd be intrigued to find out. Mandalorian Season 3 is coming after that, and they're going to do exactly what I said they were going to do. They're going to do it without Baby Yoda. They're going to do it without Grogu. Did you know that Grogu is a piece of George Lucas's name? Like, if you take George Lucas's name and spell it backwards and then eliminate some of the letters from it, you'll get Grogu. I think Baby Yoda it was meant to represent George Lucas's legacy, and it's not going to be in The Mandalorian Season 3 as we plunge headlong towards linking Return of the Jedi to the god-awful sequel trilogy, which I'm afraid Jon Favreau confirmed was going to be a thing, part of The Mandalorian. Do you understand? Baby Yoda, Grogu, just represented the purpose of The Mandalorian, which was to try to get Star Wars back on track again. And, of course, since we've handed Baby Yoda off to Luke Skywalker, and there's no real plans to see Luke Skywalker again, and Grogu doesn't really show up in any continuity. I mean, nobody mentions this massively powerful young Jedi that's of the same species as Yoda. Nobody mentions that ever again, so it is kind of a strange thing. Mandalorian Season 3 could reboot the show with one controversial change. They're not going to reboot the show, you complete and total imbecile. They're going to continue the show. The first 2 seasons were about delivering Baby Yoda to someone safely. They did that. Season 3 will be about something different. That's not a reboot. A reboot would be if they started the show over again. I might be in a bad mood right now. You know, I swear to God, I'm reading an Inverse article. There's nothing that puts me in a worse mood. What if the ending of The Mandalorian Season 2 was really the end of Baby Yoda? It was! It was the end of the story. That was the end of the story arc. Now, it's possible that for some reason we have to revisit Grogu, but it's not necessary. The story ended. It's not Dave Filoni's fault. It is so far away from Jon Favreau's fault that Baby Yoda was a big success. It's just not his fault. That was the end of the story. While it makes a certain amount of sense that the appearance of Luke Skywalker in the rescue is a kind of happy cliffhanger, we might not be taking this big final scene at face value. We don't know much about what will happen in The Mandalorian Season 3, but show creator Jon Favreau did admit recently that incorporating Luke into the finale of Season 2 wasn't always in the cards. I'm sounding more and more like Paul Lynde when I do this from Hollywood Squares. A little Paul Lynde action. All right, yeah. Jon Favreau did come out and he said, yeah, Luke Skywalker might have been kind of a last-minute decision. There wasn't a big plan to bring back Luke Skywalker, but it just kind of felt right. And of course, it felt right. The entire first 2 seasons were a metaphor for the future of Star Wars. And Baby Yoda represented, the future potential of Star Wars post George Lucas, post the disastrous sequel trilogy. Mandalorian, of course, represented Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, 2 guns for hire, you know what I mean, who are entrusted with the future of Star Wars. That is Baby Yoda. They need to deliver Baby Yoda where he belongs. Along the way, they face many challenges. They face many enormous blue-haired land whale she-beasts and things like that. But at the end of the day, they win. They win the Darksaber, control of Star Wars, control of the future of Star Wars. It cannot go to Bo-Katan. It cannot go to the female fake Boba Fett's. It cannot go to them. It goes to, Jon Favreau. It goes to Dave Filoni. It goes to The Mandalorian. They won it in combat from the sinister forces of Disney, represented by, what's his name? What is that guy's name who ran the chicken hut in Breaking Bad? That fellow. All right. So in any case, this all makes sense. I mean, if you listen to me, if you smoke what I'm smoking, which is the truth, it's a truth, blunt truth, then you'll see that this all makes sense. And these people are bewildered when the truth shows up. They go, wait a second, does this mean it's a reboot? No, it doesn't. It just means that you didn't understand what the show was about. Where does it go from here? It's going to be a struggle between the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan for control of Star Wars. And that is, a metaphor for the larger symbology of the civil war that's happening between Soy Wars and mainstream Star Wars, the gospel of George Lucas. All right, so now that you want to see, I mean, this is the thing. Just listen to my channel. I explain it all. I break it down. Once you know what the meaning of everything is, then you know where it's going from here. All right, so Grogu's not going to be in it. Din Djarin's future is pretty much unpredictable. Please keep your helmet on, dude. After all, we didn't even know Baby Yoda existed until The Mandalorian's first episode in 2019. So can the show exist without him? I don't know. I'm not really sure if it can or not. Baby Yoda was the reason why people were watching The Mandalorian. Frankly, Lucasfilm and Disney were caught flat-footed when it came to the sudden popularity of Baby Yoda. And again, it's beautiful symbology. It's beautiful symbolism. That Lucasfilm didn't understand how popular a return to the gospel of George Lucas would be as represented by Baby Yoda. They had no idea. They had no merchandise ready. Now we got merchandise coming out of, Disney's got merchandise coming out of their anus for this character. You trip over Baby Yoda. I mean, I like Baby Yoda. I don't like him that much. I don't need this much stuff. I don't need it. But now we're blessed with an overabundance of Baby Yoda stuff just in time for Baby Yoda to pretty much go away, unless Lucasfilm forces the issue and artificially, makes Baby Yoda part of the third season. But he shouldn't be. I mean, that's not the point of where this show should be. The idea that Din Djarin has parted with Baby Yoda is heartbreaking on one level, but from a storytelling perspective, it's kind of liberating. Generally speaking, one of the reasons you don't have action heroes driving around with infants and toddlers is because it's dangerous and narratively inconvenient. Well, I mean, that's what made the show interesting, you see, because it was dangerous. It was dangerous. Was it narratively inconvenient? Why do we need convenience in our story? It makes him more of a hero, you see. This is the thing that you social justice warrior pussies do not understand about telling stories. You don't know how to make characters into actual heroes. Look, Din Djarin was a hero to men. We admired the fact that he was kick-ass. He did what needed to be done. Men liked him. Women liked him. They went, oh, look at him. He protects babies. He protects hideous infants. Baby Yoda wasn't hideous. He was kind of cute, but he protects infants. We like him. He doesn't need to be. We don't need to have a kick-ass butch lesbian in this show to represent us. That's not what we're looking for. We're actually looking for someone that we can admire, someone that maybe, I don't know, touches our maternal instincts. Those of us that still, these women who still have them. And that is why the show worked. It worked on every level for everyone who was still a normal person. Everyone kind of liked it. It felt normal. It felt natural. Let's face it. I don't want to face, and whenever these people say let's face it, I don't want to face anything with them. You know what I mean? They're about to offer me a truth that is untrue. Let's test that. In The Mandalorian Season 1, there was a novelty to watching Mando figure out how to incorporate caring for a baby while being a murdering bounty hunter. He was still a murdering bounty hunter. I think that he actually learned to really admire and love Grogu because of Grogu's incredible power. He cared for Grogu. I don't know if it was a novelty. I think it's something that's been done over and over and over again in fiction. If you look at Lone Wolf and Cub and things like that, father figure taking care of a younger, powerful, potentially amazing child happens all the time. But in Season 2, The Mandalorian frequently got around this by letting Mando drop off Baby Yoda with other people on a regular basis. That is true as well. That is true. He did just kind of leave Baby Yoda with whoever was around. All right, I'm sick of this article. These people are imbeciles. Yeah, it is true. Baby Grogu probably is not going to be in season 3 of The Mandalorian. I mean, how, unless Luke Skywalker also left Grogu with somebody else, probably not going to be in there. And that, his purpose in the narrative of the story is over with. And yeah, there will be much mourning and gnashing of teeth, but you know what? If he is in season 3 in any large way, in any substantial way, it's going to be because Disney Lucasfilm screwed with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and forced them to do that. And we don't like that. But, after all, the Force is female. Thanks very much for watching this video. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to be making a ton of videos this week to make up for the fact that I've been drawing Cyberfrog Black Planet and kind of fell off a little bit for like 2 or 3 days. Don't worry. I like it. I like yelling into my microphone. I like making fun of these awful articles. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So let me see. Oh, back Cyberfrog Black Planet, if you would. Think about backing Rainbow the Brute, back Snowman, and I have a Patreon. My Patreon is set up to reward patrons with exclusive Cyberfrog promo cards at the $5 per month level. Thank you guys. A lot of people are signing up for that. As you know, the Cyberfrog promo cards are kept rare, and because they're kept rare and exclusive, they are becoming collectible, valuable collectibles. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye-bye. New from All Caps Comics, Rainbow the Brute, the last real man in fairyland. A tale of prismatic pain, a spectrum of brutality, and a pretty good dad. Choke slam a unicorn by backing it today, only on Indiegogo. Hey, I got a P.O. Box. Want to send me some mail? Send it to Ethan Van Sciver, P.O. Box 607, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. And I'll probably open it up on a live stream. Thanks very much, everyone. Hey, you want to follow me on Twitter? Are you sure? Well, if so, I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. That's at Ethan Van Sciver. See you there.